Altrincham have got their first victory under new manager Phil Parkinson with a 1-0 win against Whitby Town this evening. We're talking to the man who scored Altrincham's first goal from open play under Phil's stewardship, Josh Hancock. Josh, 1-0, big win, and that was the important thing tonight.
Yeah, I think it was the biggest thing is just to get 3 points on the board, really. So obviously we've started the season quite poorly, which we didn't really expect, but it's nice to get them points on the board and obviously get the goal and also keep a clean sheet as well. So hopefully the wheels are back on the track and we can kick on now.
We've dominated the game and certainly deserved the victory, but in the final few minutes our hearts were in our mouths a few times, and to be fair to Whitby, they probably should have scored at least once. Yeah,
I don't think they really had any clear-cut chances bar from maybe, I think it was a header first half, but I think if we'd have put our chances away, well, me personally would have put the chances away, the game would have been gone before they could even come back. So we just need to be a lot more clinical, and then the games will bypass us and we'll kind of kick on a lot better.
So we went into our fourth game this evening without having scored from open play, but that was rectified just after the half-hour mark, and it was a very well-constructed goal. It looked like it clearly was a great chance for you, and you should have scored it. But was it as easy as it looked?
What the goal? Sorry, it was obviously on my weaker foot, so you're kind of thinking about it a lot more. So it was just kind of connect well, get it on target, because it was effectively an open net pretty much. So I'm just glad I caught it well and scored the goal. So happy with that.
There was some great play leading up to the goal, some really clever, intricate football, which has been the trademark of what the team's been all about so far.
Well, obviously, I played for Nantwich with Parky for the last couple of years, and that's what he's about. He likes to play football. He likes to dominate the game with possession and obviously tear teams up. So you can see, even though we've only got 1 point we've got 1 point from the first 3 games, but we dominated pretty much every game, as stupid as that sounds. And it's just a case of waiting for the lads to gel, click, and as soon as that happens, we'll be romping teams. I can guarantee that.
Boyd, with the confidence of the goal, within a minute, you've torn through the Whitby defence, gone past 3 or 4 players, but couldn't quite beat the keeper.
Yeah, I think it just got away from me slightly towards the end, but he kind of clipped my heels as well. But looking back, I should have finished it, and also the chance where Jord kind of slid me in was on my favoured foot as well. So disappointed not to get 3 goals today, really, with the clear-cut chance I had. So just glad it stayed 1-0 and we didn't concede the goal. So don't feel as bad, really.
And there was a chance in the second half, which I think was you as well, when the ball came in from the right. It seemed to sort of hit your heel.
Yeah, it was, again, probably should have scored again, but he was kind of behind me, so I've kind of tried to turn it in, but yeah, probably should have scored again. But it was a great ball by JJ, who kind of came on. It was obviously a really quick player and direct, so it must cause defence an absolute nightmare when he comes on. So
we know what a good player John Johnston is, and he's an ideal player to bring off the bench when legs are getting a little bit tired, and straight away he had an impact. He got to the byline a couple of times, got himself, worked his way out of a couple of very tight situations, and he's going to be a big asset for us.
Yeah, and obviously bear in mind I think he's still early 20s, isn't he? So he's got a long career ahead of him. He's very quick. He's a really good player. He's a nice lad as well. So I think he's going to do very well in the game, and it'll be a great player for us.
And there were some decent performances all over the pitch, but certainly up here in the commentary area, we thought that Jordan Hume put in a really good stretch for us.
Yeah, I think he's been quite disappointed with his performances. Obviously, when he's come to Altrincham, but tonight he was superb, and the type of player he was at Salford, where he was running in behind, causing defence aggro. So he was really good tonight, and his link-up play was very good as well.
You know what this league is all about, having played in the playoff semi-final against Spennymoor last year and been a regular for Nantwich. So you know what we're up against, and of course you know all about Phil Parkinson. Was it an easy decision for you to join Altrincham in the summer?
Yeah, it was. Obviously, Alty are a much bigger club, and they've played in the conference for many years. So I know what Parky's all about as well, and he likes to play football. That's what he's about. So that's why I wanted to stay. I obviously know the Nantwich manager well, Dave Cook. So it did think about kind of staying, but I moved to Manchester probably about 20 months ago. So it's ideal, really. So nice and close, but a much bigger and better club.
And you can play in a number of positions, but it seems that left wing or playing on the left hand side where you can cut in seems to be your favoured position.
Yeah, left wing is my favourite position really, but I can also play in the hole. But Pooley's a very good player, so I think he's always gonna play in that hole position there. But also Gaffer kind of likes me up top as well every now and then. But yeah, left side is my favourite side. I was kind of cut in on my right side and either slide in or sort of strike the ball and try and score. So.
Central defensive partnership, new one tonight in terms of competitive games, with James Jones re-signing and playing alongside Ben Harrison, and they both had steady games.
Yeah, so I've played with Ben for probably the last 5 or 6 years, when at Nantwich and Witton previously. So I also know what Ben's all about, and he had a cracking game tonight, and also probably could have scored 2 or 3 himself from corners, and also James as well was outstanding. So glad to see him back. I know he went off, I think he was to Salford for a bit, but glad to see him back, and hopefully that's a good partnership for them too.
Saturday now, Colville Town, the opposition. I'm sure that's the team you've played against before. They've got their first points tonight with a win at Grantham. But it's a big opportunity for us, and with the Witton game, which is one of your former clubs, following on Bank Holiday Monday, it's a big few days.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really know too much about Colville. I can't really remember kind of playing them, but I think we need to back ourselves against any team at home, whether that's kind of Workington or Stalybridge and obviously Colville. So we'd expect to get 3 points at every home game, and even probably every away game really. So the pressure's on to keep winning. I think Witton will be a difficult test. So they've also got a good budget. They play decent football, and they've always been a fairly decent team. So I think that'll be a good test on Bank Holiday Monday.
That's the thoughts of Josh Hancock there, goal scorer of Altringham's first goal from open play in this season at the 4th attempt. And that's, of course, the first goal from open play for new manager Phil Parkinson as well. 3 points for Altrincham. We're up and running for the 2017-18 season.